What is going on, good people? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Say That Podcast. And y'all know my motto, don't say this, say that. Before we begin, I just want to remind everybody that this Saturday, we got one of the best 420 style events coming up. It's called Bloomfest. I know y'all have heard me mention past couple of episodes, but let me tell you, this is going to be some of your last chances to get tickets. You can use 15% off. We got a bunch of promo codes, so don't sleep. It's going to be at Diaspora headquarters in Cambridge, Massachusetts. 21 plus, obviously 420 friendly, so it's going to go up. Make sure you bring some water for that event, though, let me tell you. And as always, please follow the Instagram. It's say_that_pod. No, that's a lot of underscores. I've been trying to change it, but Instagram's kind of been screwing me with that because there's these accounts with like 4 followers, no profile pic, and they got the username. So I'm like, what? It's annoying. Anyways. And if you like this episode, please leave a like and comment, and remember to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the episode and the platform. We're really close to reaching our subscriber goals for the year and even expanding on them more, especially on Instagram, so please sauce us a follow. But anyways, that's all said and done. Today, ladies and gentlemen, representing the North Shore, this guy's been wanting to get on for a while. I appreciate his energy. If you ever met him, he's one of it's like a ball of fire type like that. And his name actually speaks to it as well. We got representing Malden, Massachusetts, Sensei Sol.
What's up? How you guys
on?
doing? How you doing,
brother?
Just for the guys that may get tied out there, I will say Malden and Ever, but you know where my castle's at.
Right, exactly. So, you know where I'll be. I
mean both, but
yeah. How you doing today, bro? Because this weather's kind of a little.
It's raining, but you know what? It's better than snow.
Right. Oh yeah,
and
exactly.
Out here, snow sucks.
Yeah, mad places up north been getting hit with snow, so fuck that.
Yeah, and I forgot my jacket at the stew, but it's all right. I'm still fresh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looking fresh. Come on, man. I never seen someone make purple and green, look fly.
It's a
like
risk
that.
Because it does remind people of you think of the Joker or the Hulk. You know what I mean?
Joker.
But it's loud, so I think I put it together kind of well. And it don't matter because I got the Thelonious Monk tee.
Hey, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
He's with me all the time.
Yo, speaking of Joker, low key, I've been watching Heath Ledger shit. It's fucking insane.
The best, and it's really no argument.
It's better than Joaquin Phoenix.
Definitely, but it's two different Jokers. But at the end of the day, his Joker was definitely just a whole nother level. That whole movie,
bro, killed him.
With,
you know what I mean? Let's call a spade a spade. It did kill him and
did,
shit like that. But
he got an Oscar for that.
100%, as he should have. If no one else won that year, I would have been pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was the clear cut that year, and even so what's it been 16 years to the day, maybe even a little month, maybe 16 years a certain month since that dropped. But yo, I watch it literally. It's weird. I watch it every night before bed.
Really?
It's that's when I think of
what
acting
do you think about
performances.
the intro scene? Because Nolan's intros they're iconic.
See,
so that scene with the band,
I like it, but my favorite scene is the interrogation scene where he's he's fucking with the Batman mentally.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm just ahead of the
curve. Right? He grabs him. He starts getting pissed and stuff like that, and he's using the relationship of Harvey Dent's wife and Batman against him. It's
because you can't kill anybody. And it's just what are you gonna do? So it's just
exactly.
I'm gonna make you try to get
tonight
you to that
you're gonna
point.
Break your.
That's
one
what makes
rule.
him a crazy Batman's craziest villain. That's his arch
100%.
Because it's just mind games. It's I know what you swear by, and I'm gonna try to make you to do it.
I remember that whole monologue, low key.
Yeah.
So
I might have to watch that tonight.
I don't want to break it out at a party to creep somebody out, but you know what I mean. That's neither here nor there. But anyways, bro. Obviously, your music. You're one of the lyrical miracles out here. You're very to the point. It's a very solid story that you try to tell. I feel like I'm listening to a sensei when I hear your music. So where the influences of your style of music come from?
I'd say my top 5 influences would be Kanye, Kendrick, MF Doom, Tribe, and then throw Gucci Mane in there. You know what I mean?
I like
that.
He's
just raw as fuck.
Yeah.
So it's just all right, cool. And am I lyrical spiritual? Maybe, but I try to also not try to do too much because I also want to know I want to make a song too that people can vibe out to. I know how kind of that tag is kind of not a bad tag now, but it's just I think because I sing too, do other stuff, so it's just I try to grasps all different sectors,
Cover all bases.
hip hop essentially.
Right, exactly.
Lyrical shit, maybe some mumble shit, singing. You know what I mean? Just like as long as it's just like cohesive. And
You're like
good,
a sponge. You absorb it all.
Yeah, because everyone got elements. Uzi got elements I like.
Mm.
Kanye got elements I like.
Yeah.
Jay Electronica got elements I like. Playboy Cardi got elements I like. Travis, you know what I mean? So it's just like I can't just take one rapper or just one like type of sound. You know what I mean? It's just like it's all and it's all for different moments. You know what I mean? Like when I'm about to hoop, I don't want to listen to Tribe. I don't want to listen like I want to listen to like something that's gonna get me going type shit. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I like that you had mentioned Tribe and MF Doom because you had talked about how you are out in New York a lot. Even though this is your first interview, obviously off camera, you have a show.
We have a show this weekend. So the 5th, we're at Brooklyn Music Kitchen. The 6th, we're at Rockwood, and then the 7th, we're at Caffeine Underground. And it's all like Brooklyn, Manhattan. And this is like maybe like our 6th time in 6 months. 6 months.
So how did that relationship with the the New York area develop for y'all?
Google.
That's it.
Really? Open mics in New York, open mics in my area. See what's going on. Like, yo, let's get this $45 bus ticket and do this open mic. You know what I mean? Like, the best thing that's gonna happen is we're gonna gain some relationships. Shout out to Jason Flame, Industrial Dre, all the crew out there.
Absolutely, give some love.
And just take that and build it. Started doing shows with them. You know what I mean? And it's just like they have an audience and like. We can get introduced to their audience. You know what I mean? Like we make good music. We make great music.
Absolutely. Attest to that. 100%.
Collaborating and stuff like that. And it's just for the people. It's just more so like a community experience. Like never mind like the tickets. Like the prices. Just like yo, you want to listen to some music? Come by. You know what I mean? So it's about that communal experience.
Now see, I'm actually glad you said that because me looking from the outside in, I would have thought, someone discovered y'all and they invited y'all out there.
Yeah,
but
I wish
y'all just took the the initiative to do that.
No one's gonna give it to you, especially
Absolutely
just like time's ticking. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're only getting older. We're not getting any younger. So it's just like, all right, let me just be ahead of the curve. You know what I mean?
Because I know a lot of people that do perform out there, but like you
a
said,
handout is a risky thing. I'm not trying to get like really just like I'm not looking for a handout because like I don't want like somebody to be like, yo, like I did that, and I'm like, nah, like we built these blocks from the ground up,
exactly.
Starting at 214 in Malden. That was the original Zen Studios.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just like that was a year that was just learning. You know what I mean? I don't even think we got sessions that year.
Wow.
It was just a place just to smoke and make music. Like it was beneficial for us creatively, but like business wise, it was just like nah. But like so like now we're in the Woo. Yeah. So
shout out Woburn.
Shout out Woburn. And we're doing a lot more. We're getting sessions, we're doing shows there, collaborating with different artists. Yep. You know what I mean? And it's just it's kind of like that extra step because like you can make great music, but it's like okay, like what are you gonna do when someone's looking for like kind of like the personality of like your character? That's what I like to say. Like I'm Sensei Sol. That's different than like the real life. Mm-hmm. You know me. Like I can turn it up with Sensei Sol. Like that's what's kind of cool about being an artist. Like it's like let me see where this is like okay there's the line, let me cross it. You know what I mean? Let me
You're not afraid to do that.
Let me go back and I'm definitely not afraid to do that. I was just having a conversation with my homies today talking about the podcast. I was fucking around just being like, yo, I'm about to talk about some P Diddy shit. You know what I mean? But it's just like, yo, it's like first of all, it gets people like that's what like
it's captivating
with
content.
The internet. If you know how it goes, like obviously like that's junk mail. Like that's what people like to talk about. So it's like if I want to entertain that, we can entertain that. But then again, like on the flip side, if we want to talk about triad chords and like the samples that I listen to type shit, like we can also do that too. Right. Like there's a fine line. I like playing with that in between.
I feel like you an open book like that. You know what I mean? You're not really scared to talk about anything too out of the box or maybe over the line.
I try not to because a lot of the time, like we were talking about, like with old movies, old media, like there's a lot of rawness that comes with that, and especially me as a person, I've been just kind of like opening up to that and like just learning more about myself type shit. It's like, you know what, like why should I be afraid to like kind of just speak out? Because like if you're afraid to speak out about like maybe this certain situation, then when it comes down to something serious, like, are you gonna speak up then, or are you gonna keep your mouth shut? Like so I just gotta keep talking. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Like someone's gonna get the like. I'm like I view myself as kind of like a battery. Like I don't care if I don't make it, but like as long if I inspire somebody, be like, damn, like I see it. Like he's motivating me, then it's a win for me. Right. That's all. So it's just like.
Well, I'm actually glad bro. This is your first interview, and you are talking stuff like that. So I really do appreciate that. So back to New York because, when I'm out there and I don't rap. Mm-hmm. But I feel the presence of the birthplace of hip hop, and like you had mentioned, Doom and the Tribe. So when you're out there in New York, is it more of a different, not necessarily a prove yourself feeling, but is it more of all right? I really do this rap shit, and now I'm performing in the mecca and birthplace of hip hop. So let me go 5 times as harder than I maybe will do in Massachusetts.
I mean, I'm always gonna have that mindset, but it's almost like when you go to New York, like you said, it's the birthplace, right? So it's just like, as soon as you touch down in New York, you just hear it. Close your eyes and you just hear it. You hear people talking, you hear the trains, you smell the must or whatever. You know
Emphasis
what I mean?
on the must, bro.
And once you just get that culture, you'll just hear some like tribe track playing in your head type shit, right? And you just get that visual. And it's just like, damn, like a lot of great hip hop, a lot of great music, really in general, a lot of great art has just come through here. So it's like, let me etch my name in that. Never mind just hip hop. Just like I want to be there like with Warhol or some shit like that. Van Gogh, Basquiat. You know what I mean? Like I like art too. So it's just like, yo, you see the shirt. It's like this is hip hop right here. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like when you feel that, it's just like, damn, like I do want to go hard. Like, you know what? Like I want to rap type shit. I want to make good music. I want to, cause like there you can get poppin' 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. Here you can't really do that. No. You know what I mean? So like that's also that like, damn, okay, like people are like that. Like, cause there's not really much. No. You know, like
the infrastructure compared from here to there,
or that culture it's not really as appreciated around here. You know what I mean?
Here is more like, you know,
it's a lot blue collar.
Exactly. We're blue collar. We're a sports, you know, centered place, and you know, not that there's nothing wrong with
that.
A
lot of history, bro.
Right? Exactly. You know, we're a more historical place. Like if someone's coming from out of town, they're not coming for like, you know.
If you're a history buff, come to Massachusetts, bro.
Right.
If you're trying to be in some pop culture type shit,
go to New York.
Like, go to New York. Right. You know what I mean?
And that's even the best thing about, you know, the distance from Massachusetts to New York.
Like 4 hours, bro.
4 hour drive,
it's not that bad.
$30-$40
The drive on the way, bro. Like, yo, and the thing I love about that is just like the brainstorming sessions we be having. Because it's just like, yo, like everything we said, it came into fruition. Like, yo, like we should be going to New York every month. You know, every week if we can, just doing a show. Like, and so far that's been happening. First it's one show. You know, a week. Now it's like we got 3 shows in a weekend. What's next? A show every day, right? Yeah. We're doing our own flyers. Shout out to KE Creations. You know what I mean? Shout out to HP. We got a DJ. Like, yo, that was huge, bro. Like HP DJing for us now. Like first he makes fire beats, but now it's just like that live setting. Cause yo, visually when you see the DJ, you got the artist on there performing. It's just like. It's like a show, and that's what we try to do. The Zen, like we try to do shows, bro. It's a performance. You know, Kanye has this great quote. It's like, I'm a performance athlete. I go one on nobody. You know what I mean? So when you're on that stage, bro, it's like, bro, like I feel like Yeezy.
And it's
like,
just good for like the eye. You know what I mean? Because you know the people out there.
Plus they can alter the beat, shows. Like scratch it up or do whatever. You know what I mean? Just add their personality to it. So I just love that. And it's just.
So I wanted to actually ask you about Kanye because I actually had this argument kind of with my boys. You know, obviously over the last couple of years there's been some very, very controversial things he's done. And now, you know, with this last thing where there's workplace abuse, you know, with what's it, Donda Academy I think was the name of the college school, right? And, you know, he's talking about putting kids in cages for discipline and stuff like that. So when you hear stuff like that, but then you go back and listen to the art, and the art is so good. Like, how do you separate?
I had this conversation
art from the art. You know what I mean? Because even with Diddy now, you know,
it all depends on who you like and how much you'll tolerate that artist.
Okay,
you know what I mean? We all ain't fucking with Dan Schneider.
No, hell no. I just watched that yesterday.
You know,
I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, oh my god, I felt guilty for watching Drake and Josh back then.
But it's like, yo, someone was like, and we'll all bump like R. Kelly. You know what I mean? But it's just like, how much will you tolerate it? You know, we all love Mike. We all heard the rumors, you know what I mean? Like, we all love Ye. And, like, as an artist, you kind of have that benefit because as soon as you make something beautiful, it's just like, damn, like, you can capture an audience again. Now, do we have to hold people accountable still? Hell yeah, we do. 100%. You know what I mean? We can't let shit slide. No. But there is that also just, like, people are human, too. You know what I mean? It's just, like, depending on what the situation is, scenario, like some shit can slide, some shit can't. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, you got to hold people accountable. But when it comes to the Ye stuff, like, it's always been a back and forth. I've been seeing it in like even like the past 10 years, you know what I mean? From me being in middle school to like now, like, yo, I started off with Yeezus, but it's like people always are always enthralled by it. You know what I mean? People eat it up. And I think it's maybe part of the marketing, which is genius,
But you know what? You know what's kind of I've thought about with him. I feel like this all started when he married Kim. It kind of mentally for him, because and I'm not placing the blame on them. It's just the reputation that comes with them. Yeah, you know what I mean. They're always the big. Who are we gonna date?
That's Hollywood right there. Hollywood's gonna mess you up.
I think there was an interview recently that Kim had said that she wanted to have babies with Odell Beckham just because she knew they would be beautiful. So she ain't even in it for like the relationship. They may just want the kid. You know what I mean? And that's it, which is crazy to me. But as we've all seen with the Kardashians over their lives, it ain't really that outlandish to think. And that's kind of...
I'd fold, though. If a Kardashian hit my inbox, bro.
Forget about it. You know what I mean? I say it's crazy now, but it's like, yo, this is crazy. It's like, oh, she should be on. Let me be right back.
We all fold. But it's just like, damn, like, how much, like, yo, how much will you tolerate, bro?
Right.
You know what I mean?
With, tolerating something, and I think that comes with a level of being surprised. So, and this is my example that me and my boy actually talked about because we're big wrestling fans. This whole shit with Vince McMahon, like literal shit, because he.
I heard
you know what I mean?
Like the manuscript with the story with him and his boy and the shorty.
It was like,
and him like taking a poop on her head.
During the threesome.
And he's like, yo, I'll be back. Let me shower real quick.
Right, legit. Like that's why I say he's shitting on people now and stuff like that.
But like, yo, she
literally.
like, I mean, I'm not gonna say she signed up for it, but like the fact that like. First of all, it was hush hush for that minute, for that long. It's just like, what do you like? Because let's be real, behind the scenes stuff like that, whether it's corporate, music, sports, people are always going to try to get a leg up or do whatever they have to do. Like, there's people that are like, okay, I'm down. Like, if I got to do some shit I don't want to do,
literally look
like,
at this Dan Schneider shit, bro. But my point with that was, he's been known to do horrible shit. Like he said the N-word on TV to John Cena, and then they pan to Booker T looking at him like, what the hell is stuff like that?
And it's like, whether it's kayfabe or not, like, because that's the thing. That's what makes kind of wrestling kind of genius. You don't know if it's real or fake. Like, even now with like The Rock and Cody Rhodes, like, it's kind of like...
That shit's crazy.
It's like it's like kind of like entering like this new dimension type.
Is he really abusing his power as head
like,
of
is this
the
really
TKO?
like, is he really mad, or like, is this like kind of just like writing? But like, that's kind of like the genius of it. And guess what? We're all going to watch it still.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? No one's really getting
at the
canceled.
time of this recording, WrestleMania is this weekend. So you know what I mean? So get ready for that. But my point with Vince McMahon was, we know he's a horrible person. So when you see this stuff, this horrible stuff, it kind of like, it's shocking, but is it really? Because he's a horrible guy. So when he does something horrible more,
like any old white dude over the age of 60 is really not getting the benefit of the doubt. Like, look at Trump, bro. Like, look how polarizing like he is, bro. It's just like,
still to this day.
But like, a lot of people tolerate it, bro. Like, yo, he'll say some racist shit, but like, damn, like that joke he said like a couple months ago was kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like, but like a lot of the times though, like he's kind of like the wrong person to say like the right shit. It's like, damn, like. Shouldn't have been you who said that, but like, totally yes, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, he's going against the establishment or whatnot, but then like he'll say some dumb shit. You know what I mean? But it's just like, fuck, bro. Like,
anybody else should have said that.
Yeah, and then so.
No, but you kind of just nailed it
the
on the head.
The duality of man.
Right. You just even living in this internet age that we are, where information's always coming at us, so we got to react like instantly, or you just lost on the popular opinion. You know what I mean? That type
and
of
it's
shit.
like, yo, like at the end of the day, like, is it really affecting your life? Like,
yeah, right, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, like,
you gotta,
I'm not getting paid from this. Like, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of like culture wars going on right now that there really just shouldn't be, and it's like, all right, is it affecting my taxes? Like, do I have to like, is it affecting my work? No, so it's like, not that I don't care, but it's like, because I do have my morals and stuff like that shit that, like you said, you'll stand for. But it's like, where's the level of care? You know what I mean? But that was a great conversation. I appreciate that. But as you had said about Kanye, he's a pro competitor and stuff like that. The rap game, this is really competitive.
It is a competitive sport.
It's more it's more competitive than pro sports, I'd say.
It is. It really is. Because then, like, you get girls involved, you get money, bro. Your manhood, everything. All that, bro. How you dress, bro. Like
everything, cars,
all that. It's ego,
all the material shit and stuff like that. So being independent like you are, how do you maneuver these sort of lanes?
I just do what I want. A lot of like, maybe at certain times I maybe should shut my mouth, but it's like if you're not gonna like, you're not gonna put me on, you're not gonna give me a handout, you're not gonna care regardless. So it's like, all right, I'll make you hear me. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. No one's gonna set your path. You gotta set it for yourself. And I be telling my folks that it's just like, dude, we can't. Times of the essence, you got to do what you got to do. You got to go through the door. You can't knock on it.
So you touched on Zen before. How did y'all link up? Was that because I feel like that's a lifelong like.
That started back in like, dude, like high school, really. Wow. You know what I mean? Just like.
So was that 2016, 2017?
Between like 2016 and like 2018, yeah. Word. Junior senior year, we were just like. Obviously, like back then, I was making beats. I wasn't even rapping.
Really?
I was making beats. I started off making beats, but I still make beats. But like that was like just heavy. I got some beat tapes, SoundCloud exclusives, bro. Go check them out.
Yes,
but yeah, I was making beats, and then I remember T Clips. he came out with a track. Zeus was been making music. Sam's making music. Lone Ninja started making beats. Keys, Sonny. So it's just like we were all individuals. Like as like there was maybe like different cliques and stuff like that, but we were all just like separate. We didn't have that. It took a couple of smoke sessions, you know, to be like, yo, let's make a studio, bro. Like you all make like music. Like the worst case scenario is just like we just make our own music and stuff like that. But like the high of it is, you know, like the show is kind of like the beginning steps of what we're doing now. You know what I mean? I always talk like, yo, can't take our foot off the gas. You know what? We gotta release, and a lot of stuff we gotta be better at, like especially that social media presence. But like I just love the energy that we have because it's like, yo, it's gonna come. It's gonna be there. Y'all gonna see it soon. We already got the tracks in the oven. You know what I mean?
Oh, so we got a collab tape or something like that.
Yo, I mean, we're working on our third album right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So check that Zen tape out.
I gotta check out the other two.
And like individually, like we all make music, like just like with our own energy. You know what I mean? Like bringing that together with the Zen is just like it's something special. So it's just like I hope people definitely get to see more and more of that.
Yeah,
but
I
it's all a learning experience, and it's all a ride. Like there's highs and lows, but like I still enjoy it.
Right.
Like I wouldn't be driving 4 hours to New York if I really didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like.
And even with like this shit, I can attest to that because you know there was a lot of times like back at Road Studio, I just started giving up and the shit was over. But now that you know, you kind of just needed that new kick in the ass where it's like, all right, I got a good space, I'm around good people, I can make good shit, and I feel like
and like you said, it's competitive, bro. Like there's not, I really don't be seeing a lot of competitive stuff like that, and just like in mass, you know what I mean? Like rappers aren't competitive. Nobody's like saying names on tracks. Nobody's like really being like.
You specifically,
you know what I mean? Like, or even just like a lot of buddy shit. Like, yeah, we could be buddy, but just like I'm better than you. Like, you know what? Like at the end of there is a bottom line. You know what I mean? Like there is like there's a list I'm trying to get on. You know what I mean?
Because if you take someone from out of state and you give them these rappers and you put them, you know, 1 to 10, 1 through 10, 1 being the best and 10 being the worst, they're gonna give an opinion. So it's like you're right in a way. You
and it's just like, dude, like I'm not biting at like a lot of people like find a sound and just like right and like no, I'm trying to discover a sound and they build on that. You know what I mean? It's like because the trend's gonna die eventually, type shit. You got like maybe 2 or 3 months to ride that wave, and then what? What are you gonna do?
What's the next one?
Because you already can't perform live. You got the backing track. You know what I mean? So it's just like, dude, what's up? Like. So it's just like what's like it dwindles down the more and more you do it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like how much will you really tolerate? You know what I mean? Like
that's what's up. That's what's up because, like you said, the age we're living in, there's gonna be a new trend tomorrow and then another one next week, whether it involves rap or not. So how can you get on the wave before that and anticipate the next one? That's the thing that's going to take you far.
And you shouldn't even worry about if there is a certain wave. You know what I mean? Just focus on yourself because the more and more you work on your craft, it's only going to get better. And do you believe in yourself? You know what I mean? It's just like a lot of people don't have like confidence in their music or just confidence in general. This music shit is a lot more than just music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's all psychology.
You have to have really thick skin. You have to have, you know, a lot of patience. I can't even tell you how many venues I've hit up, no responses, or like I'll see, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I should have quit months, like a long time ago, type shit. You know what I mean? But like, nah, it's like I know someone's gonna say yes eventually, and like I know I got to prove myself. A lot of people like want it like easy. They see the like overnight success, and yeah, that may be true, but like there's still work to be put in. Because like if you get famous overnight, then what? Like you're just trying to be a one-hit wonder? Like nah, I'm trying to have that 20-year career. You know what I mean? Like sustain it. And music, like first of all y'all local like rappers, bro, like I know y'all like ain't making like money like full time like through music. Like I know like Head's got a day job. You know what I mean? Like I got a day job. Like that's all right. Like look at my streams, bro. Like you know what? Like so like I gotta leverage that music. I can, you know, be creative director at New Balance. New Balance hit me. I got some 550s. You know what I mean? Like I could take that and maybe just do like a design for a clothing brand or like something else. You know what I mean? Like you leverage the music and like the celebrity of it. You know what I mean? To like venture off into doing something else, whether it's tech, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's a lot of building blocks, and like I said, it's more than the music. So it's just like,
that is perfectly said because. As I look at you right now, I just see a rapper. I don't see, this dude has a day job.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of the time, like, especially like a lot of older folks, they'll see like rapper, and it's like there's the bad connotation for that. Like, yeah,
that's I can. But what's your real job,
dude? Like, he's like, yeah, I can rhyme, but like as a rapper, like rapper's one of those like is like a new philosopher. Like everybody listens to rappers nowadays. You know what I mean? Like the rappers are like the most influential right now. You know what I mean? Like, think about the way we dress. Like, I can name you like 3 rappers that probably like started that or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So like, the rapper leads to like how you dress. The rapper leads to like the type of girls you like. The rapper leads to like, you know, like how I'm gonna lead my lifestyle. You know what I mean? So it's just like, especially when you're younger, that shit really like soaks in. You know what I mean? Like, you see Wiz Khalifa, like, damn, like, I'm sure smoking's fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Well, and that kind of goes back to, you know, the influence of rappers and what are they rapping about.
Yeah, it's powerful.
I understand that, you know, when Juice was alive, you know, he was listening to Future a lot. You know, they end up on that collab tape, great tape, but then, you know, his unfortunate ending was, you know, he grew up listening to all these rappers about, you know, drinking lean.
And Future wasn't even
perks.
doing it. He was
right.
like, and that's on wax. He even said it. Like, he's like, yo, I don't even do that. It's just, but like, I know it sells. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like, that's the character. So it's like, I got to keep it up. Like, you know what I mean?
So as like someone who, you know, maybe listens to that still, you know, you kind of got to just know that maybe they don't do that. You got to actually
take it for a grain of salt. Like, it's entertainment.
Right.
So it's just like, you got to keep it up. Like
Like
whatever
said,
Future's real name
they
is.
WWE
like,
characters, bro. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
you're a
Like
character.
that.
You know what I mean? So you got to live up to that, and it's a lot. Like once you really like start leaning into that more, then it's just like you kind of get comfortable with it. But it's just like, all right, like there's things I can do and I can't do or whatever. But
yeah. But back to your music, because I did want to talk about the Epics of Cassius. I've been, you know what I'm saying? A Sensei Sol story. I felt like I was listening to a young Zeus going through the trials. A young Hercules going through the trials of Zeus, like that type of shit. You know, you really talked a lot on this album about just like personal shit. You know, you touched all bases. So how did you craft that and kind of make it into, I'll call it a story instead of an album?
Mm-hmm.
So how was that creation process for you? And going in that mindset, being like, all right, let me do something different here.
It was like, because that was off Autumn Leaves, right? So it's just like, 1, let me make a better project than what I made last time. 2, let me not make the same thing. 3, let me get these raps up. Because at that point, I was like, I'm still not where I want to be lyrically, and I'm still trying to grow into myself as a rapper. That's probably like, I'm probably like year 2 Harry Potter, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Chamber
of
Secrets. Next up,
yeah,
you know
like
what
I don't know my full potential, so it's just like, let me definitely try to like, I want to rap, bro. Like, I want to make real good music, and a lot of that album is influential off of like Earl Sweatshirt, some rap songs. So it's just like, all right, let me like get these druggy raps out the way, off these like slowed down reverb beats, sampled. You know what I mean? Which I fully produced myself, by the way.
There you go. Hey.
And then let me also just try to just make a good story. Yeah. Like, I know there's like the sophomore slump or whatever with like music albums, but I was just like, yo, like, let me try to take you through that tale. Because at that time, like, my life was just like girl trouble, no money, still no money. You know what I mean? Just like whatever going on at home, ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like, not making enough money, like scraping up money trying to pay rent. And not even for my crib. I'm talking for the stew. You know what I mean? But like, that's how much I love it. That's how much I'm trying to do it. Let me rap about it. You know what I mean? It's not all fun and games type shit. So I was just like, I really want to like story tell. And I think I kind of like captured a little bit of what I wanted to in that. And I'm really comfortable with, like, I like that project, even from the cover art. Just like,
I did too.
You know what I mean?
It felt like straight up from the cover art, even for the first song, it felt like, all right, let's go on this journey now.
Let's be vulnerable together. You know what I mean? Like, I love that in hip hop, because like hip hop's like a lot of like just like, let's be like masculine, you know what I mean? You know, so it's just like, nah,
bitch,
like,
you know, whatever that. Bitch,
nah, it's like,
I mean?
dude, like, I like Gucci Mane, and I like flowers, like color palettes type shit. Like, I like teal, like, so it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, we could do both, and we could exist like in both spaces. Right. So I just kind of wanted to like encapsulate that a little bit, but I think that's it's probably my favorite project I have right now.
It is excellent, and my favorite 2 songs I'm gonna say are Retribution and Sensei versus Soul.
Sensei,
but I want to talk about Retribution first, because you know, you emphasize how you need some saving. You're like, Lord, pray for me.
I grew up in church, so it was just like, that's, I like getting spiritual on tracks, because you know, there's a lot of like just talking to God and stuff like that.
So how are you spiritually currently? Like,
I mean, my relationship with God is like, I view, it's not like typical. Like, I say, like, because God made me in His image, right? Like, so like you said, I'm a fireball, so it's just like, God knows what like He made. He knows what He got Himself into. Like, I like that. I joke a lot, like, so it's just like, I'm not really worried about that. Like, my view of it is like, I don't think I'm like a bad person or stuff like that. I think as long as you just try to like commit good acts and just be the best person, then it's like, all right, cool. Right. But I mean, I go to church, I play drums, I'm not like praying constantly and stuff like that, but like I mean I'll talk to God, just be like, what's up, my nigga, you know, like thank you for like even this morning I was just like, yo, no bullshit, thank you for waking up. Like I know like mad niggas didn't wake up this morning. Like
that's the first thing you should be thankful for every day is that you got
you
your
know,
eyes
it is
open.
such a like it's really kind of like sometimes it can come off as like either like corny or just like so cliche, but it's just like yo, like mad people didn't wake up this morning. Like Google how many people like died like the night before or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
How many people are in the hospital right now and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
so it's just like
you got woke up in your bed all nice and comfy. You got able like the big thing what I think a lot of people do today is complain. Like there is a lot of complaining, but if you just break down from the source, like all right, I get to go to work today.
Yo, free Palestine, bro.
Yes,
yo,
sir.
I hate Americans, bro. We be complaining about the dumbest shit, bro.
Dumbest
yo,
shit.
our hospitals aren't
Exactly
getting
with
blown
that.
up. Our babies aren't getting, you know, like
we ain't getting mutilated every day.
Like, yo, these third world problems, bro, are a fucking joke.
Are
Like,
such like and that's the other thing too. We see that every day, like this Palestine stuff. We see it every day on Twitter. We see it every day in the news. All this shit's blowing up. This bridge collapse. 6 people are dead. Like, be thankful that your job don't require you.
Yeah,
to do
be
that.
thankful that's not us yet.
Right,
bro.
exactly.
Like, be grateful you could walk down the street. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's really the little things.
It's always the little things. And
But-
I tell people every day, like, that's why I get if you ain't religious, I can understand that because God said love one another as you love yourself, that type of shit. But it's the people that are like, oh, God ain't real, this, that, and the other thing. It's like, bro, like, what are you even talking about at that point? It's like, I feel like you're so out of tune.
You got no faith, bro.
Like that's like in anything, not even in yourself. You just got no faith in anything.
Yeah.
That if you just think that there ain't no some higher power that's, maneuvering this, that, and the other thing, so what? You ain't grateful every day you wake up and shit like that.
It don't even got to be God, bro. Just be like,
Right.
yo, thank the universe. You know?
Right, exactly.
Like,
Zay was on here and he's like, yo, 80 years, 70 years.
I saw that. He was
Right.
like, dude,
that's
like,
a blip in the universe.
exactly. Like,
That's
yo,
nothing.
Shout out Zay, man. Incredible artist.
Exactly. And what's funny, even in the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Mantis is talking to Peter Quill and he's like, I don't know, he might be 50 by now. He's like, he's probably dead. He's like, you people only live till you're 50? It's like,
Yeah,
you
hear stories of like Moses and Abraham. Niggas was like 400, bro.
Right, exactly.
It's like, damn, bro, that's really like, and not even like old, like 400, like, yo, like still moving, I think.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like,
So yeah, you just gotta just sit back, man. You just gotta be grateful every single fucking day that you can do the things that you do.
Yeah.
No matter how bad shit is, and Cat Williams actually said this best. He's like, it don't matter in your life what's fucked up, that belongs to you, even if it is fucked up. So you gotta go out, and you gotta make sure it's not, even if it is fucked up, unfuck yourself.
yeah.
That type of shit. But I really appreciate that. That was a solid combo right there. I wanted to ask you a couple things because I'm curious. First of all, I love your name. The rap name's unbelievable because I'm big on like that Japanese culture type shit. You know what I mean?
It wasn't even for me. It was just like, damn, I need a rap name like
Yeah.
Sensei Teacher. All right, Tensei, and then what click? Sensei Sol,
yeah.
Son. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
let's
There you go. So would you ever move to Japan to become a sensei?
Probably, no
Yeah.
bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in like mass most of my life, so it's just like honestly, new scenery. Like, I'll take that.
Sensei in Japan, bro. You'd love it out there. I mean,
Be in the mountains somewhere. Hell yeah.
you know what I mean? I think about that all the time. Like, yo, if this shit really don't work for me, do I just like move there and like, do like a
Pack up
sand
and
garden
move,
or
bro.
something?
Shave
you know
my
what I-
head.
That's it. Get all spiritual and stuff
some
like
monk
that.
shit, yeah.
Exactly, bro. They got. I see it on Instagram. This is like these legit Shaolin monks that take in all these foreigners and train them in their ways. Like they're hitting you in the gut.
Yeah.
With a freaking
Building that
with that
core.
pipe shit or something like that. With like the baboon.
Bamboo.
Bamboo. That's what it is.
Bamboo.
I'm so stupid.
The bamboo stick. He
Yeah,
said bamboo?
the bamboo stuff, and they're hitting you with it, and I'm like, damn, like that shit looked like it hurt, but they probably teach you to like know that
Yeah.
it don't hurt, and that's why I like the spiritualness of it, and how it's so like not in your face, but it's like, yo, this shit is real.
Yeah.
Like this shit is real. It's so accomplishable.
Tolerance. What's
Yeah.
your tolerance like? Bro?
Exactly.
And that's very like symbolic because like you said with rap's competitive. Like, what's your tolerance like?
Yeah.
Like, if someone disses you, you know what I mean? Like, are you gonna respond? What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
not
you're gonna bitch
respond?
about it? You're gonna cry, something like that. Like,
You know how many Soul Rebel 16s I got in my songs, bro? Like, you were listening to the Epics of Cassius, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on it. I'm still waiting on a reply.
There you go. So actually, before this thing started, you said you're a big fan of movies. We talked about the Joker and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to put your music on a soundtrack to a movie, what movie is it?
Super bad.
I like that. Okay.
No bullshit. Super bad.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Super bad. Maybe like give me a John Ford film. Maybe I don't know, but I want to start making that like kind of like cinematic music too.
Yeah.
My recent tape that I have with Envy. Sorry I'm ignorant. That's actually I said Epics of Caches. This is probably my favorite because it's 5 songs and it's like lyrical and it's also production wise. Shout out to OB. Yeah, that's probably my favorite, and that would probably be like Raging Bull.
Oh, okay. There
That'd
you
be
go.
Raging
Scorsese.
Bull.
There we go.
Because that, yo, like, you know how his character was, bro. He was a
Yeah.
flame. So it's just like, I feel like we exude, like, we like.
See, I'm glad you're
represent a lot
bringing
of
up
that.
these movies because when I have like 2 or 3 people I can actually talk to about like old school movies and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm a movie head like that. Like
Yeah.
I'll go back and watch 47 Ronin from the 50s or something
Yeah.
like that because it's a good movie.
Or
Like
The
I don't
Birds.
exactly. I don't care if it's like that old. I care if the movie's good or not.
I love those movies too, because I guess I'm just a sucker for like film. But like, you see movies from the 50s, and that shit's like just really like colorful. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see like.
Even if it is in black and white, because a lot of Kubrick stuff was in black and white, you still understood the colorful message of it. You know what I mean?
Casablanca, what else? Ben-Hur. What else is another like movie? Old
He just
movie?
had a. There's a war movie of his that I'm drawing a blank on that I put on my watch list too.
Who, Kubrick?
Yeah. It's like it's World War One obviously because I don't think they were doing
Barry
World War II.
Lyndon?
Might be, because
Really?
I'm trying because that's who I'm like just trying to get into. Like I'll watch
Dude, I saw 2001 in the movies, bro.
Really.
I said it was a couple like a few months ago. It was at Landmark Theater. They were doing like some like Kubrick Fest, like every Tuesday or some shit like that.
Yeah, Fathom events or some stuff. Like before the movie starts, they usually preview that stuff.
Like 2001's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that whole like Dawn of Man
Right.
scene, like with the monkeys and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like
I like those movies because, and even the movie 2010 too. There's like a 2010 Space Odyssey.
I've seen.
something
I didn't
like
see the movie, but like I was like, damn, I didn't even know there was a sequel.
Yeah, and I
probably
think
not
it's
gonna watch
funny
it,
because it's like that's what they thought what would be in like 2001 and stuff like that
Yeah,
and
yeah.
2010, and then we've actually lived through it.
I mean,
and
they
it
got
was
some
so-
parts right.
Yeah, but it's like it's so far nowhere
And
close.
you know what's fucked up? Like the part they got right, like it's the villain, like Hal, like
Yeah.
the self,
Yeah.
like aware computer,
Right.
like that.
I can't-
AI, hello.
I can't even with Terminator. I can't even believe how. And I gotta rant here for a second. We got all these movies about why this is a bad idea, and yet we still going through with it. Like it's like, oh, it's not fantasy in the sense that, we're not gonna get a Terminator. You don't know that.
Yeah,
Like you kidding me? We were not getting.
we got niggas like Elon Musk, bro. You're like, you'll
Right.
fuck around, like
He's
and he'll
put
make
shit in your brain already. They just had
Neuralink.
They just had their first patient. I guess they're only working on like handicapped people, like wheelchair bound people.
I see
because-
that because they're probably gonna die anyway.
Right,
so
you
why
know,
not? Like,
they don't got a lot to live for it anyway.
Yeah.
So what's
That's
the harm
fucked
in
up.
them?
That's
But that
crazy.
still is
Yo,
fucked up.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like they're the test rat right now. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I spent all night playing a video game about it." I'm like, I mean, I spent all nights playing video games. I ain't got one in my head, so it's like, what do we even do it now? Like,
my boys are gamers. I'm not much of a gamer. Like I
Yeah.
want to start like.
oh no, I ain't
getting into-
anymore.
Like yo, the most like I'll do is like 2K,
yeah.
and like yo, I was on 2K10 heavy, bro.
Hey, I see. I was on
Like yo, it was like
I was on
2018,
2K11.
and I like just started like getting like chronologically in order. But like 2K10 with
you-
Kobe on the cover,
yeah,
bro.
you were better off
You're not
playing the
beating me with the Trailblazers, bro.
Nah.
Brandon Roy, Greg Oden, bro. Nicholas Batum. You're not beating me with that team, bro.
That's a solid team. Bro.
You're not beating me with that
People forget
team.
about Brandon Roy.
You're not beating me with
People
that team.
forget about how good that man was. They
You know what I like doing in 2K though? I like trading players. And then
Yeah.
I know like some of my boys are like, what? But like shout out Gliz, bro. We used to do this, bro. We used to take like one player and trade him. I used to take like 92 Shaq on the Magic and put him on the Warriors, bro.
Why not?
Dude,
That's the whole point of these video games. You know what I mean? It's
have
just-
fun with it, bro. It's
Right.
like, dude, I can't get this in real life.
I did
and
that-
now that they got like the throwback teams too.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah, let me
fire.
see Michael Jordan
Yeah.
play with Jason Tatum.
They got
bro,
the
fuck?
all-time teams too and shit like that. Like you could do like all-time like.
What all-time team do you think they're missing? I think they got them all, but like
I would like to see the '08 Celtics. They don't got that shit.
they don't have them.
Nah, they don't. They got like
I thought they had 'em.
They got a lot of mid 2000s teams, and I'm also talking about like how the all time teams where it's like, okay, the all time Lakers lineup is Kobe, LeBron, Wilt.
No, I'm talking like
shit.
the actual team.
Like the throwback teams.
Like they actually have like the 08 Boston Celtics team. Oh yeah, like I know what you mean, the all-time team.
Yeah.
I think Jason Tatum. Nah, he wasn't on there, but like.
No, he was. He was on the last one, which I'm a little confused about because it's like I get he's good.
It's kind of quick.
Right, but yeah, like let's have him earn it. You know what I mean? If you're basing it off skill, I guess you know what I mean.
Yeah, he got a chip.
You
You need a chip. No bullshit. You can't be on that list.
Need a chip.
You need a chip.
You need a chip.
That, like yo, that 08 team is riding that. Like that.
If you're a franchise that hasn't won one yet, I understand that. Like the Hornets. So if freaking like Kemba's on there, I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're like,
there's a lot of expectation. Like,
right.
This ain't the.
Nah, if you're like the
whatever
Lakers
team.
or the Celtics, like even LeBron before he won it, they put him on there, and I'm like, I guess because he's LeBron, but let him win a title first. Like, what if the pandemic never happened? He never won a title, so he's gonna be an all-time
Unpopular
Laker?
opinion. I mean, I love LeBron,
Yeah.
but I think his stint with the Lakers is really subpar.
You know, I think it is too.
Overall, it's subpar. Take away that 2020 championship,
Right.
like
Because they missed the playoffs once, didn't
missed
they?
the playoffs twice.
They missed the playoffs twice. Wow, and they're in danger of doing it this season because of the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for the play-in tournament, I don't think like a lot of those playoff appearances like they wouldn't be in.
No, right.
Like,
'Cause,
and
yeah,
I don't like. What do you like? The in-season tournament's all right.
I hate it. I think
there's really no competition for it. Like,
right.
It's like,
you got half a title.
Like the NBA has already just been known. It's like, okay, we just play for the NBA finals. So it's like adding more tournaments really isn't going to do anything. Right. It's just going to make players more tired probably. Right. It's just like, yeah, you win $400K, but like, are you like, is that really anything to an NBA player, bro? Like,
and they
I just signed a 5-year, 85, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and you're on the bench signing for that. Like, come on. Like,
who won the in-season tournament this year?
The Lakers.
Lakers,
and look at they're in danger of missing the playoffs. So
yeah, that sucks.
What does that tournament mean?
I think you get like you don't get like a spot. I thought you got like a spot. Or
no,
something in there.
you get. I think it's either $1 million or $500K, and you donate it to charity actually. Because it's like, what does a team like the Lakers need another $500K for? You know,
yeah.
they're the Lakers.
Yeah, that's the
boys. They make enough money off foreigners who can't even name a player, but they'll wear their jerseys. You know what I mean? That type of shit. But yeah, that's just my problem with the NBA. It's like, you're the NBA. You're this worldwide phenomenon. You don't need to do all this new shit to try to get viewership. You're gonna get views. If anything, and I actually had this conversation with people in a sports chat on Twitter. If anything, you need more like, not players you want to hate, but like Draymond's, where it's like, all right,
or like Dylan Brooks,
right?
You need more parity.
That's the two examples they use, where it's like, yeah, they're dirty players, but it's like they're still good for the league like that. Because, yeah, like you said, not everybody can be buddy and shit like that, you know, especially in the NBA. It's one of the biggest competitions on earth. That pride and everything is everything to those players. But if you got, like, a Dylan Brooks or you got a Draymond where they're not all-stars, but they're
Quincy
still...
AC, bro.
That's a perfect... Reggie Evans, the rebounding king. You know
bald
what I mean?
head, bro, with a beard, bro.
That's it.
I'm not boxing him out, bro.
What's his face?
Elbow to the chin.
James Johnson on the Pacers. They just brought him in because the minute they had a scrap with the Bucks, this dude actually has won pro MMA fights.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they brought him in just so they could scrap. Like, yeah, like hockey ain't the ones that should have goons. The NBA should have some goons too.
Yeah, they actually create. They let you scrap in hockey. They'll be like, "Yo, go to half court. You get like
right,
whatever,
exactly."
Like,
that's why I like.
Like you got mad pads on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I be seeing them fight. They just be grabbing each other's jersey. I'm like,
that's the other thing I don't get too. It's like, why is it always just one thing? Why isn't it like a legit street fight?
Because you're kind of on ice. So like, if you slip, I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
like,
you fuck.
You can't. I don't even think you can fight at that point. It's like,
nah, you're just on the ground and that's it. But yeah, bro, this has been a hella great conversation. I'm really glad we got an opportunity.
I always want to touch all base, like just like touch everything. Let's go.
I really am.
You know, I think this comes from just like I think I'm also like naturally just like talkative or loud, but like also just being in a smoke sesh, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
well, see, I mean, we can't obviously do it here, but
that's
kind of the vibe I want to like
just
give
like
off.
That,
is
just like translating that, you know what I mean? Because like think about it, like when you're in a session with somebody, it's like 3-4 heads or some shit like that. Talk about whatever. Yeah. It could be the dumbest shit, but then it could also just be some like very like inquisitive shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the way I structure these pods is I do want to know you. Because this is my first time actually. Me and you are actually like
other than bars over bars shows. Right. That's where you shout out Hero.
Yes, sir.
Mad name drops over this interview, bro.
Legit, but that's actually I had a question about that, but y'all just answered it, like because I met you at Bentwater and I was like, yo. That dude's I turned to Jeff. I was like, yo, this dude's fucking fire. Like, what the fuck? Like, so, you made a fan just off of that. So is that something you kind of go for when you're on stages? Because we already had talked about, you bring all that energy and shit like that. But I feel like during that, you make new fans. You make actual supporters.
And I think that
way.
like as a person that also like has been a spectator of music, it's just like I think that's something the fans appreciate the most. Like just like engage with me, you know what I mean? Like everybody, how you do it, yo, like you know what I mean? Like yo, repeat, just like that back and forth, that crowd work. You know what I mean? Let them get in on it. I paid X amount for a ticket. Like let me, you know, like let me feel something. You know what I mean? Like let me rap down into the crowd. I don't need a stage. Like you know, let me get down in the mix of it, type shit. You know, let me stir it up. So it's just like as long as I can.
More rappers should do that. They should get right in the crowd, especially if you're at these like.
You got wireless
venues.
mics,
right?
Like it ain't cord. Like yo, you can go outside if you want.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Sit
so
next
to
somebody, start rapping next to them.
Exactly.
Like that.
I'm always looking for a reaction. As long as I get that reaction, it don't gotta be good. It don't gotta be bad, bro. It could be like, damn, you were loud, bro. Like okay, I'm loud, but like you remember me being loud. You know what I mean? I'll take that.
Something away from my performance.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's just like I try to just like it's like a stage play. Like I like plays. I like, you know, I just seen like people on stage like cuz there's a lot of vulnerability like
so like Broadway plays and stuff like that.
Broadway, it could be a Broadway play. It could just be like
cuz I'm a big fan of that. Every time I'm out in New York I do that.
I'm starting getting into like just more of that a little bit. It's different than like a movie obviously cuz like you
I'm
have
gonna make
more
one
production.
suggestion to you and anybody listening. The Michael Jackson musical is coming to the Boston Opera House this July. If you can, go see it. It's one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. Like
there's a movie coming out. He got a biopic
exactly
coming
that.
out.
I'm excited for that. But yo, because that's the kind of musicals I go for is because I've seen the Temptations one. That was actually awesome.
Yeah.
Both of my parents liked them, and I didn't know what to think, but I still loved it. I seen that. I seen, what's the Atticus Finch book, Mike Scarfo?
Atticus Finch. That would be To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird. I seen that on Broadway. And
you see The Lion King?
Like years and years
Everyone's
ago.
Seen The Lion
but
King.
yeah, that's one
I think
of those
that's
things where it's like
I mean, you know what I seen, bro? That was a good play. It was back in when I went to Chevrolet's. The Skin of My Teeth. And I had to do something with like, oh fuck, bro, like a storm was coming, right? Because obviously like the coat's like you barely made it out, right? So it was like I think the point of the play was just like there was a storm coming, it was gonna wipe out everybody, and then just like you got like I guess some dude that like didn't believe in God like prayed to God last minute, and then like he was able to get out of his situation by the skin of his teeth. You know what I mean? So it was like something like that, but just like seeing a play, and it was cool because I remember just like they had like the white screen like in the background, so like they had like the waves crashing in, so like there was a production element to it. You know what I mean? So it's just like
it's really like unbelievable. Like I sat in December, I went to go see Aladdin, and I mean I'm a kid first. I seen that shit like many a times, but I just never seen it on Broadway. And it's like the acting and singing can be what they are, but the production is what absolutely sells it. Like this Michael Jackson one, if they do it like how they did on New York Broadway here, you're gonna be blown away. You just are. So anybody listening right now, I highly suggest you go see that. I may go see it again because I honestly loved it that much. I don't think the main guy who plays him will be in this because he retired from the one in New York. But even people have said his understudy is unbelievable. But I digress. That's neither here nor there. So I actually wanted to touch on one thing because this has been bugging me, like legit. You're about to drop a fire freestyle right now. This is after the episode. You know what on the radar is? On the radar radio? So they, obviously, the big thing with them is freestyles. And I went through their page because I had seen, Van Buren months ago went on. Everybody killed it on there. I've seen Drake on there, Jim Jones. But I'm going through their page, and each one I'm like, okay, sucks, trash. So I'm like, 90% of these are trash.
crazy, right?
Like
and they're all in the industry and signed.
That's what I'm saying to myself too. I'm like,
I know a couple niggas that did On the Radar that are from my side of town.
I know people with 900 followers that are better than half of these people, and it's always in the quotes. It's like, oh, some of y'all just don't get it. I'm like, what is there to get? It's not good music.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You see, I'm sneezing, right?
Yeah. Right. It's not good music. Like, what is there? It's like, oh, you just don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Like, I literally quote tweeted this thing on Twitter, and this is the other thing too. People can't handle criticism nowadays of like their favorite musician or artist or anything. Like, I'm a Drake fan. You don't think I can handle his criticism? Like, dude, that's crazy.
Yo, what gets me tight about Drake is because, like, I mean, as an artist, I really do appreciate him. He really does touch different facets. Does he like culture vulture sometimes or some shit like that? I don't know. Maybe sometimes.
I think that's fair to say he does sometimes.
But like overall, like, I mean, I was just listening to like the recent For All the Dogs when he dropped like the deluxe like that, like when he was like dropping the rap shit. When he dropped that joint with Conductor, bro, I was like, damn, see? I was like, this is the shit I'm looking for, bro.
Right.
Like, I love when Drake raps, bro. Because when he gets in that like, oh, I'm light skinned and like you guys are gonna punk me. You're like, nah, let me like write this like on some Lord knows type shit. You know what I mean? And it's like it hurts my heart because I don't think we're getting any more collabs with him and Ross over some pussy, bro. Yeah. I'm like, dude,
it's
really?
crazy. Even with Travis too. Like you could, like they call.
There's a civil war right now.
It really is,
and I hope that trickles down to like kind of like the local scene. I hope some niggas start getting some ideas or some hints because it's just like, all right, let's make better music. Like obviously, like we don't want anything violent to come out of it, but just like just as like sharpen the sword, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The pro sport of it, let's get better skill-wise.
I was watching Dune too, bro. You know what? Like, you know that scene with
movie of the year.
What's his name, bro? The bald head dude.
Fade Rotha.
Fade Rotha.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like, does I have sword, chip, and blade? And then they start going at it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I envision when I'm like lyrically sparring with rappers in the Zen, outside the Zen. You know what I mean? So it's just like we can get competitive, and then like after like. We go to blows or some shit like that, maybe for a couple seconds. That was some good shit. No bullshit. Like you're tight, bro. Like nice pen. You know what I mean? And then we can go back to hating each other after. But like, there's that like level of respect that you have for the artistry type shit.
I'm gonna say one quick thing about Dune 2, and I'm gonna say it because we're on camera and recording. The Oscars 2025 is gonna get nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor with Timothée Chalamet, Best Supporting Actor Austin Butler, Best Director Denis Villeneuve. Best Supporting Actress, not Zendaya, Jessica Ferguson. His mother. Yeah. Yes. And it's going to do Best Cinematography.
Best
Sound. Best Adapted Screenplay.
You think it's going to be Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer was this year.
No, but for the nominations.
That type of thing? Yeah. 100%. 100%. I mean, surprisingly, the new Godzilla movie overtook it for the biggest box office opening weekend.
Have you seen Godzilla -1?
No,
I heard that was like really good. And that was like strictly like that's
an Oscar winner. Yeah, that was the first Godzilla movie to get nominated.
Shout out Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson won his first Oscar for a short film. I love Wes Anderson, bro.
Bro, my favorite all-time movie is Grand Budapest Hotel. Are you fucking kidding me? I have watched that.
You want to know how much I love Wes Anderson, bro?
Yeah, let me hear it.
I went to see Astro City by my fucking self, bro.
I did too.
With shorties that was wearing skirts and Doc Marten boots, bro. Like, it was just me in there, and like that was awesome. Like, I thought like in the movie there was a little part where like this nuclear bomb goes off, and it's like off in the distance. He was like, "What's that?" Like, "Oh, they're just doing like bomb tests." I don't know if that was like a shot at Nolan. I'd like to think in my head it was, because I'm like, yo, like if directors are going back and forth on some like I'm gonna do this scene like on some like I'm gonna drop like a 16 type shit. Yo, that's fucking awesome, bro. Like, I want to see more director beef. I want to see Scorsese and Nolan, or fucking who's the dude that did Poor Things.
Oh, Yorgos
Lanthimos.
I just watched that the other day.
I like that movie.
I loved it.
I saw it with my mom. It was weird sometimes.
Yo, I don't know if you should have seen it with your mom. But
like, fuck. But like, it was cool though. Yeah. Like, she's like,
yo, I get why she won Best Actress.
She does, and I get it. Like, there's I know the uproar between her and who's the girl from Killers of the Flower Moon.
I forget her name,
but like,
I understand what you
I'd rather have some like, and I saw Killers. I didn't see Killers. I'm sorry, but like, I know she had a really good performance, but like, I don't want her just to get nominated just because she was Native American. Like, really give her that award because she was really good, and she was really good. But like, if you do see Poor Things, like outside of like the sex and stuff like that, like I think like the Academy made the right choice.
Yeah,
in this situation, and
it's crazy.
It's really good, like because she has to like be a 5-year-old in this like 30-something-year-old body, and then just grow up through life. At the same time, kind of just learning like, okay, like first I'm like, this guy's with me, and then it's just like I got to learn how to like use these words. It's just really about growth. So it's like, I thought that was pretty awesome.
I'm glad you brought that up. See, that's why I'm glad we can have these fucking conversations. I love this shit. Like, I can go on and on about Wes Anderson movies, but anyways, for the sake of time, before we get out of here, get into freestyles. Anybody you want to give a quick shout out to right now?
I want to give a shout out to anybody and everybody I ever come in contact with, good and bad, no bullshit, because like that's just all inspiration and motivation. Shout out my parents. Shout out to Zen. Shout out Dazzy. Shout out Clips, Keys, Ninja,
And when you say
Sunny,
Keith,
Sam,
it's Keith Chauncey. Right?
Keith Chauncey, baby.
Because he hit me with the follow a couple weeks back, and I wanted to make the correlation.
Yo, the Zen, having the Zen up here would be really tight because that's just like a whole
Yes.
different perspective and stuff like that. Yeah, they're really that's awesome. Those are my guys.
Of course.
And I just love making music with them because it's really competitive. Not like in a bad way, but just like kind of like subconsciously, like no one really has to bring it up type shit. It's like, all right, I know I got to do like my best type shit. And it's just
like if you surround people, if you're
surrounded by like good people and greatness, you're just gonna be great yourself
Right.
type shit and just be motivated.
Absolutely.
It's just like, dude, I'm like that every day. I don't even think I'm not even the best lyricist in the Zen, bro. Put it that way, and I'm fucking awesome.
Right.
Like I'm not the best in the Zen, and I'm awesome.
Right.
Like that's how much like comp is there, like,
Right.
and that like that's how much inspiration. It's like, damn, like good. I got a good crew, like you know what I mean. I got good people I'm surrounded by. That's just awesome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sensei Sol.
Sensei
this was
Sol.
his first interview. Couldn't have gone.
I think I did pretty good.
I think, bro, you killed it today.
I think I did pretty good.
That was a great conversation.
I was
Like
excited.
said,
Yo, we talk about music, movie. Like I think I touched
Kanye,
base on
P.
that a little
Diddy,
bit
all
of
that
everything.
shit. Yeah.
We did it, and I don't think I'm gonna get canceled.
Nah, we ain't gonna cancel up in here. Fuck that.
But you don't, but the outside world might. There'll be some disgruntled people out there.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know.
I think we'll be all right.
That's the beauty of it.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Say That. If you like this episode, please hit that like button and leave a comment. And as always, make sure you pound that subscribe button. I want you to hit it like it owes you money. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your tickets to Bloomfest. It's going down this Saturday. Not this specific Saturday when we're recording, but by the time this episode drops, it will be this Saturday. So make sure you go hit that. You can get a myriad of discounts using 50% off on a myriad of promo codes. Take advantage of that. It's in our profile. Please, please, please go see it because it's a night you don't want to miss. And as always, make sure you follow the podcast on Instagram. It's say_that_pod. And as always, y'all know the drill by now. Don't say this. Say that. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.